Hello and welcome to another Salesforce tutorial video. My name is Elijah Wendell and I will be your Salesforce administrator, and today we will be talking about the new commercial update. So in this video what we're going to do is we're going to go over activities inside of Salesforce, a little bit of a refresh for you, and then we're going to dive into what's new with the commercial update. So to get started, there are four ways that you can log activities inside of Salesforce. The first way is with Global Actions. If you come up to your top right corner, you'll see a dark box with a white cross in it, and you can click on that, and when you do, you'll see it's called Global Actions, and it has a list of things that you are able to do no matter where you are inside of Salesforce. So log a call, a task, or an event. Those are the three main actions that we take. The second way to log activity is to come into the account page itself. So if you're working with a particular company and you're on their record page, you can come down here and they have an activity center down here where you can log a call, a task, or an event. You just click on that and it will open up the form for you and you'll be able to fill that out. The third way is with your mobile device. So I have a simulated mobile device here. This is what it would look like on your phone. So if you come down to the bottom of your phone screen, you'll see log a call, log a task, and an event, and you can do those right from your mobile device. The fourth way that you can do that you can log activity is by coming into your Outlook, and over here you'll notice there's a Salesforce panel where you can click that plus sign and you will able to add activity that way as well. So the difference between the activities, let's go over that real quick. A call is anything that is unplanned. So if you just happen to stop by a company, or you happen to give somebody a call, or happen to send somebody an email, that's always going to be a call. It's anything that you didn't plan to do but just happened. A task is going to be a reminder, so anything that you need to remind yourself to do, send this email, meet with this person, call this person back in 2 weeks, that's all going to be a task, and everything else is going to be an event. So an event is anything that is planned. And those are the difference between a call, a task, and an event. So when you go to log one of these activities, I'm just going to go ahead and pull up a couple of them. You're going to notice that each one of these, so here's a log a call, here's a new task, and here's a new event, they each have these forms that pop up. And the forms you are able to fill out, and on each one you're able to relate them to something else. So I had a call, and if their contact information is inside of Salesforce, I can relate that call to that particular person by clicking here and searching for them there. Or if it's with a particular account, you can search for that as well. But you can always relate these activities to contacts and accounts inside of Salesforce.
Our suggestion is that you always relate an activity to an account or a contact inside of Salesforce.
And all the forms are pretty self-explanatory. So whenever we want to log an activity, we just fill out that form, we click save, and the activity is logged. So the commercial update. What is different now? What is it? The commercial update is essentially a way to create a report for you and send it for you. So we have a new tab up here. It's called Commercial Update, and when we click on it, we're going to be able to see all the activities that we have logged in the past week that we have assigned to the commercial update. And I'll go over what that means in particular later on. So the new tab shows just what activities I have logged in the past week. So let's go ahead and log some activities so you can see what the difference is. So I showed you how to, the four ways to log an activity. So we're going to pull up one of these forms here, and there's going to be a few new things on this form compared to what you're used to. So the first is going to be this category section. So just like what you have right now, you have these weekly updates that you do, these weekly reports, and you have different sections within that report. So you have pricing, demand and volume, contracts and proposals, projects, etc. We have installed those into Salesforce as categories. So whenever you log a call, you're able to continue to add that call to whatever category it needs to be belong to. Once you select a category, so we'll just select demand and volume. What if I wanted to log this particular call? to my commercial update for the week, I would just simply click this box. This new box, this Add to Commercial Report box, if you click it, it will show up on your Commercial Update tab, and it will be sent that week with your report. So we'll click Save here. It says that the call was saved. When you come up here, we'll click Refresh here, and now we can see that indeed our call is now added to the list. That's the same with a task or an event. Anything that you do, any activity that you log, if you check the box for Add to Commercial Report, it will add it to Commercial Report. Along with that, so if I say remember to send email, all right, and then I could associate a contact, maybe an account. The status and then priority, if this is a high priority, I can make it known there, or if it's just, normal status. I would click my Add to Commercial Report. I would change my category here. I would make it known this is about pricing, and then I would write my comments. Sending an email for new pricing. And when I click Save, right, it's going to refresh here. Now we see that that activity has been logged to my commercial update. And it says, remember to send an email. So the subject showing, we have the category showing, and then an activity description as well showing. So any activity that you log will show up here if you click that box that says Add to Commercial Update. You are also able to add emails to the commercial update. So if you are familiar with the way to add an email to Salesforce, and if you're not, we have a manual for that. It's called Getting Started with Outlook for Salesforce. But once you add an email to Salesforce, you are able to add it to your report if that is something that you want to see. So let's roll down here and we can see that I've added an email here to this account. Here's the email. Here's the body of the email. And what I'm going to do to add this email to my commercial update is I'm going to come up here to edit. And when I click edit, it's going to pull up this particular activity. I just click the box to add to commercial report. And now I'm able to add it. And let's give it a category here. We'll say projects. So once we've done that, we can click save. And what we're going to see when we come back to our commercial update tab is that the email has been added. So we can see email here, and it says the commercial update, and it says the account. Now let's come over here, and you'll notice that something looks a bit weird with this email and with the list now. So with emails, one thing I want to stress, and one thing you have to remember, is that the activity description is going to try to bring in the body of the email inside of it. So what you need to do in order to prevent this from just showing this a little bit is you can come over to edit to change your activity, or you can select the activity itself. Either one will bring up the activity. And once it's up, you can edit it here, and you see down in the comments section all this extra space. So what we want to do, in some emails we'll have some HTML code that also looks rather nasty. So what we want to do is just kind of eliminate the unnecessary spaces inside of this email here. So we're just going through and we're just deleting all the extra space so that whenever we go to our commercial update, it won't be showing so much emptiness. It'll just be what's needed. So let's save that. And let's go back to our commercial update. So now it's a lot, as you can see, it's a lot smaller. So now we can see just a little bit of it. What I would recommend is if you have something that you want to get across just in the activity description, that you would put that at the top. You can edit it and just... So now you can see that it's a lot smaller. It's a lot more condensed. We've gone through and kind of edited out all the HTML code, all the spaces that could have been there. So that's how to add different activities and how to add emails to your report. Let's talk about what good this commercial update does for you. So right now, what you do is you have to create a report every week that gets sent up. You have to add your activities that you want to that report, and then you have to physically send that report yourself. So what this does is it does that for you. So when you log activity in Salesforce as you're going throughout your week, all you have to do is click that checkbox that we talked about, the new checkbox there. So this checkbox right here, all you have to do is click that whenever you add your activity, and now it's going to add to your report automatically. And what will happen is Thursday at 1 p.m., all this will disappear. It will be collecting from Thursday at 1 p.m. to Thursday at 1 p.m., week to week. So at Thursday at 1, this will disappear and it will become blank again. And any activity you log after Thursday at 1 p.m. will go on your next week's report. When it disappears, what it does is it rolls up to the director of Pulp, and he is able to go in and edit that, and he gets a list of everybody's activities. And what will happen is on Friday at 10 a.m., everyone will get a report that shows everyone else's activities. So everyone will be able to see what's been going on inside of the Pulp channel for Domtar. So a couple of things. So over here we have edit and delete. And if you want to change things on your report, you can do that. You can just come over here and you click edit. It will pull up that particular activity and you're able to edit it however you need to. If you need to add comments or add a category to it, you can do that. If you need to remove it from your report, say, you know what, it's not really important, it doesn't need to go up, you can uncheck that box and click save, and then when you refresh, you'll see that it is gone. One thing I want to mention is that whenever you log activity to your commercial update report, it is editable by the director of Pulp. So if we logged an activity here and we put some information in the comments section or the description section if you're logging an event, that is going to be editable by the director of Pulp. And if he edits it on the report, he's actually going to edit it wherever that activity lives. So if you have attached an activity to an account or to a specific contact and he changes that, it will change wherever it lives inside of Salesforce. So to prevent him from deleting information that you really need to see, what we've done is we've asked you to, in the comments or the description, just be a brief overview of the activity. And then if you need more in-depth notes that cannot be edited, what you need to do is open your activity up again, come to the related tab, and then you'll see this notes section here. You can click new, and when you click new, you're able to add in-depth notes on this activity that will never be edited. If you delete here, if you click delete, it will ask you if you want to delete this activity. If you click OK, it will delete it from Salesforce entirely. So if I click OK here, it's not only going to delete it from my report, it deleted it from the account it was related to, the contact it was related to, it deleted it entirely from Salesforce. So be very careful with this delete. Only use that if you know that you want to get rid of it out of Salesforce entirely. So once this rolls up, if you want to see your past activity, if I want to see activity that I logged to my commercial update report 3 weeks ago, how can I do that? It's very simple. You come up to reports here, click on reports. What you're going to see is you're going to see any reports that you've recently viewed to start with. You can also click on all reports and it will show you all the ones that you have access to. The best thing to do is just to come down and you can click on your folders and then you can see your Pulp team reports. Click on that, and these are all the Pulp reports inside of Salesforce right now, and you can click on the commercial update report. When you click on that, this is going to show you your activity that you have logged. It's going to be your team, so you'll only see your activity. So if I was logged in as David, I would only see these 3 activities. If I was logged in as Nicole, I would only see these 3 activities. The way I'm set up, I can see everyone's activities, so everyone is on my team. But you will only see your activities, and if you want to see activities from a later date, you just click this button up here. It looks kind of like a funnel, and if you hold your mouse over it, it'll pop up and say filters, and then you come down to the third box here that says commercial call report weekday, and you can change this. You click on it, and then you can change the range however you need to. So if you need to see last 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, you just click on that. When you click on that, you click done and apply. It will apply it to this report, and you'll now be able to see all the activities logged to the commercial update within the past 60 days. That is how we view our commercial update activities from the past. And that is the commercial update report. It's going to take the place of your weekly call report. You just log in your activities here. It'll get sent up automatically, and you'll be able to just come into Salesforce and log your activity, and you won't have to worry about sending that report each week. It'll just get sent automatically. You should get a copy of your report every Thursday at 1 p.m. and then at Friday 10 a.m. You'll be able to see a report of everyone else's activity inside of Pulp. So, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to email the salesforce@domtar.com box. Or what you can do is you can go into Salesforce and into Chatter and check out the Domtar Salesforce Success Community. It's a group that is just sharing information, so check that out. And if you have any questions, we'll be glad to answer them. That is my tutorial for you today, and I hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something, and we'll see you next time.